well-known local musician and a former Las Cruces police officer says his family has been swept up in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I'm Robert Olguin. Tonight, that artist is speaking out about what happened when his brother-in-law was detained at the El Paso airport. KFOX 14 News at 9's Harrison Parker live in the studio tonight with that story. Harrison.
That's right, Robert. Former Las Cruces police officer and country music artist frankray normally fills his social media pages with music and wholesome family moments. But now one of his posts is gaining major traction for a completely different reason, after a relative of his was swept up in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown.
Again, yeah, you'll see, stay just a little bit longer. Yeah.
frankray normally takes to social media to share his music.
I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. I thought, hey, here's a divisive issue. Let me talk about it.
But on December 8th, he told his tens of thousands of followers of a shocking call he got from his sister on Thanksgiving.
She was crying and said that she thinks that they're going to go ahead and just leave soon because my brother-in-law was just detained at the TSA security. He was flagged by TSA, turned over to Border Patrol agents, detained in a small room there at the airport before they called ICE to come and apprehend him.
Earlier this week, Ray wrote that his brother-in-law, Juan Nevarez, was detained at the El Paso airport on Thanksgiving Day, along with Nevarez's teenage son, who is a U.S. citizen. The teenager was released to the custody of his grandfather, and Ray tells us Nevarez is a Mexican national who has lived legally in the U.S. for 18 years.
I thought it was important to use my platform to raise awareness to this. My brother-in-law's situation is one that so many families are dealing with, and I think it just speaks more as a whole to the system in general.
Ray, a former LCPD officer, says he's all for law and order, but that the system is turning on people like him.
It does feel like there's a lot of racial profiling going on, and so it's no wonder people from our culture are kind of walking on eggshells, and you got to be prepared. Even myself, I carry my passport around just in case I ever get approached by somebody, and that's just not a good feeling. We shouldn't be able to walk in fear like that.
Ray says he's received an overwhelming amount of support from friends and others in the country music industry, and despite how anyone feels about the subject of immigration, he says he hopes his post can help move the conversation.
For me, it just opened up this whole world of how broken our immigration system really is, and I just feel like as a society we got to do better.
Border Patrol did not have information on this case, but an official with Border Patrol told me that in general, if Border Patrol hands someone over to ICE, they either have a criminal history or they've violated immigration law. We've also reached out to ICE for its response. We'll update you as soon as it provides any new information. Harrison Parker from the studio, KFOX 14 News at 9.